What's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich podcast.
Yo,
How
yo,
we doing
yo.
today?
What's happening, everybody? How are you, man?
Good, good. Hope everybody's doing good out in Twitch land. We only got what, 6 days to Christmas?
Ooh, 6 days of Christmas,
Wow.
man. It's crazy.
Are you done shopping?
No, I still have plenty to go.
Yeah.
I'm done for the most part. I gotta go get the gift cards.
Yeah,
Like
that's usually the last drop, right?
Left that to the last so I can go grab them and just kind of scan them and just leave or whatever. So
yeah,
everything else I pretty much ordered. So
nice. I feel you. Yeah, Amazon definitely had this stuff together. I mean, like I work for a company where it's like I'm constantly talking to like FedEx and UPS and stuff like that, and I really feel like they got their stuff together this year. Last year was like crazy.
yeah.
It was like an overload. Everybody was home. This year they were ready.
I feel like they are. I feel like they got more drivers. Besides the thing that I said last week about like them leaving it out in like the rain and stuff like that. I'm definitely getting them on time. I don't think there was anything I came across on Amazon that told me after Christmas. Like I did order one thing off of Etsy, which may make it before Christmas, but that's like a specialty thing.
That's different. Yeah, it's handmade with love and shit.
With love.
Not the factory.
We got a good show today, man. It's it's the 19th, 6 days to Christmas. Things are starting to pop out. It's crazy, man. Obviously, we're missing Chucky a little bit. We'll see that next year.
Definitely.
We're first. Let's just knock out Dexter, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. Obviously, everybody's talking about Spiderman.
That's right.
We both seen it, so we're gonna kind of go over it a little bit here in a little bit. We're not gonna go over any spoilers.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna talk like generally about it, how we felt about it, the theater's reaction, our reactions, and things like that. But we're not gonna give you anything like that. We'll also rate the movie, but we're not gonna go anything further. So no spoilers today. But next week it might be all up. We don't know. We don't know what we'll have to say.
Well, we said 2 weeks.
We did say 2 weeks. So all right, we'll be fair. But
and then we can get into the nitty gritty on that. So yeah. So let's get into Dexter.
These deep cuts.
Deep cuts with Dexter. We had I thought it was a crazy episode this week. It was funny too because after the episode, I told my wife, I was like, "Dude, that was like crazy," and she was like, "What was so crazy about it?" And I like went down the list, and she was like, "Okay, so I guess it was kind of crazy," and I was like, so.
Oh man, it was great.
What'd you think?
Great, man. I loved it, man. I really like that. This whole snow theme is kind of like true to the show as like almost like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And all these things are like kind of like coming together. Like you could say the top of the hill, the small little snowball is like Dexter just coming to town with his little lie, and just things slowly going down.
Now it's an avalanche.
Even more and more. And now Harrison's in there and other people are getting sucked into this, this huge snowball effect. And I like the way it's all laid out. I think the therapy scene was probably like my favorite out of everything with all three of them on the couch.
Yeah, for sure.
I know this is, it's really hard for Harrison. And I think that the actor who's playing him is doing like a terrific job on like showing the emotion without even talking, you just like read it on his face.
Oh yeah, he's pissed.
See the awkwardness and see when he's so upset. See when he's like, red hot mad,
he's pissed, dude. He's pissed. He's got so much pent up aggression from over the years, and it's just like it's obviously coming out in his adolescence, like it's just what's gonna happen, man. It's just
sad. It's sad, what he's going through, and Dexter has this vision of him changing diapers and taking Harrison to special schools and, like getting him the finest of babysitters. So like, I think that he still just looks at Harrison like that because he's not able to really process all those years.
Yeah.
Just like Dexter's not able to process emotion. So like, I mean, that's a hard enough thing right there. Like Harrison seems like he's tapped into his emotion, which is why we saw all the things that we saw in this episode, but also in the previous episodes. Yeah. So you know that he went after the kid with the blade. We saw Dexter confront him, which I thought was pretty crazy. You know, I didn't like the way that Harrison, you know, kind of like came right back at him, even though he's like an angsty teen and stuff like that. I feel like he was real. They're both really harsh on each other. They are, because they're still learning. What about you? What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. You know, the episode started out with Harrison trying to like do what Kurt told him to do and do something nice for Dexter. You know, so he's like getting up early and getting his chores done and stuff like that. And like Dexter's like, oh, that's cool, you know. But then like the second like, you know, Dexter tries to be a dad, you know, it's like, well, screw you, man. I can do what I want and this, that, and the third, you know. So like, and that kind of like made me a little mad. I was like, damn, man, like this kid's like, he just, and I understand, you know, obviously he like stepped out on him and stuff like that. But you're like living in his house, eating his steak and eating his eggs every morning, and you know, you ain't buying toilet paper, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, and if you want him to be your dad, then you have to let him kind of be the dad too. You can't get mad at every time he says no. Yeah. You know, but
well, he also doesn't know how to be a kid either. Yeah. I'm sure Hannah wasn't the most. I mean, who knows? Who knows if she was a loving and nurturing mom? I have no idea. I mean, I'm going to assume and say she was.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, like also the bitterness and the harshness, and then being alone and searching for someone who you know or feel like didn't want you. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. Crazy. So he talked a little bit about his past, not a lot, you know, but just to the girl about like hurting someone and liking it and stuff.
See, now I felt like, you know, so Dexter obviously has to give the girlfriend the rundown, you know, and I thought that was a pretty good explanation, and we knew that was going to happen. He was going to make her feel bad for him. You know?
We definitely called that.
I don't know why he didn't kind of do that in the therapy session where he would, because like he always does that. He always tries to make you feel bad for him.
Because he's good at lying, but he's not good at telling the truth. And he doesn't. Him and Harrison don't have the same story. You know, like they don't. And it's not like he rehearsed and said, "All right, Harrison, I'm Jim Lindsay. This is the reason why I'm Jim Lindsay. I'm hiding." And you know, he didn't really, you know, specify anything other than like, you know, he was distraught because his sister was dead. Yeah. You know, and his mother died too. So.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just crazy because like he kind of got out of that pretty easily with the chief, you know. I don't understand why he was like, you know, technically it's not legal to fake your own death, or technically it's legal or something like that. When like,
well, he was trying to be quick. I think he was trying to be quick because he knew that she's intelligent, just like him, just like Deb, and she's relentless and she's not going to give up. So I feel like he tried to put something up with a roadblock too, you know, like kind of, you know, giving his lie or his excuse, and then giving her a reason, like, just, you don't even have to worry about that. Yeah. You know, or it's not a big deal.
Let's talk about
it's not a big deal to him.
Yeah. Let's talk about Kurt trying to pick up the girl outside the diner. I don't understand how he just uses that diner like that, you know, like a girl goes missing and like obviously you see him talking to like the girl with the blue hair. Like he had conversations with her like in front of people, you know, like
it's because it's like a diner, and you know, pancakes get bitches, man. You know,
pancakes, I guess. You know, brings all the girls to the yard. You know,
that's right. You know, like it's just, you know, I feel like it's a good hot spot, I guess, because it's more like a truck stop.
It's like a truck stop. Yeah.
And they didn't show us that before until the funny reveal where like after he gave this chick off. Like it looked like a couple $100.
Yeah, dude. He gave her like $300-400, man. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
He went in for the kill. He was like, I need to guarantee this. He went in for the kill
because he knew that he was going to get the money back. You know, or at least he thought he was.
Exactly.
Like, I'll take it off her body when she's dead. You know.
Yeah, and he didn't see that the boyfriend coming. You know, so which saved her life in essence. you know, because he's like getting jittery and he's pissed and he just needs this to happen because it messed up his little ritual.
Yeah.
You know, so and Dexter's the same way when he was doing his ritual things. Like if he messed up one thing, he's just like it just constantly bothers him, and you know, it affects his life.
So let's go a little bit more into Kurt since we were talking about Kurt. So in this episode too, that reporter girl, I'm sorry, I really forget her name, but Molly. Okay. So Molly goes with Kurt against the Chief's wishes to talk to him and see Matt for herself.
Yeah.
So of course he's gonna lure her into somewhere where he's gonna kill her because nobody really knows her in the town. If she left without saying anything, nobody would really bat an eye. Yeah. And how ironic would it be for her to get murdered after she does crazy murder podcasts? Like
it would have been crazy. And I don't even know how Dexter played that off as like,
that was a little rough.
I just randomly was driving out here and seeing some dudes playing in the yard or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like so far out there, like
it was remote.
You know, I felt like he played it off well afterwards, but then like him going into the room and like analyzing everything, like he seen it.
That really fucked with Kurt. Really,
you know. My favorite part was like, "You want me to shut this?" And he was like, "No, dude, that was awesome." He was like,
Michael C. Hall's the best." So funny, man. It was great. It was a great line, great delivery. The way he did it, like, you know, because he was like, you know,
No, that
was so funny.
That was good, man. And she knew too. Like when she was getting out of the car, I think she like knew that it was about to go down, dude. Like he was gonna kill you. He was lying. He's lying about the whole thing. She knows he's lying about the whole thing. So
she knows.
You know, and then all right, so here's my one gripe too. So you have Harrison hanging out with the girlfriend now, or the you know, the Chief's daughter. I keep forgetting her name. So.
Yeah.
So he's hanging out with Chief's daughter, and he's literally telling her like, "I want to like hurt people," and she's like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, I told you, man. I think that's like it's like a whole setup. Like the Chief is like dead. Mm-hmm. She has a relation to somebody, right? She has a relation to that girl, sort of in a way, you know, like an adopted type thing. So did Dexter and Deb. Mm-hmm. So that's her like type thing. I think the young girl represents like Hannah. And I think that Harrison represents Dexter. So it's like
kind of. I think she's gonna like start hurting people too, or doing things.
I think that she has it in her, and I think with a push from a boy that she likes, you know, she could be influenced possibly. I don't know. I mean, she seems like a really smart, kind girl.
Yeah.
You know, but Harrison also seems like a really smart, kind boy. So like, you know, like it's a tough thing. But they both feel the same right now. So like, and they both express their feelings, and she agreed with what he said. And that's why I feel like he feels like he could be vulnerable with her.
Sure.
But, you know, also she went back and told her mom because I feel like she's always doing the right thing, you know? Like, she helped Harrison out when he OD'd. So like, you know, like
she does the right thing. And even in this episode, she was talking about, you know, and Angela is the mom's name. You know, just thank God for her. You know, like she knows she's a good mom, or she knows that she stepped it up, or you know, obviously she gives her shit because she's a teenage daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna happen, and she's the only parent, so she's gonna get all of it. You know, but at the end of the day, the kid knows that, you know, like she does a lot of good stuff for her. You know. So.
Yeah.
So, but like, dude, her finding her old friend, man, like,
oh, that was so sad.
Out of all of them, right? So you got a lot of them missing, and I called the cave thing, like way back then, man. I knew it. I was like, dude, he's keeping something there, or keeping them there.
Well, what I have a question too, and like maybe I don't remember. Did Dexter break into that incinerator? Or was it just like open?
It was just open. Now, I don't know if it was open to the public, but it was just open. Now, I know where I live, I've done some work at the animal shelter, and they have
Yeah.
one of those there. And it's kind of like just if you can get back behind the gate, it's there, you know? So,
Right.
um,
I
that's
don't
usually where
know.
they burn evidence and stuff like that, and, and,
Right,
and all
right.
kinds of crazy stuff. So,
But like, would a pet one be able to take a human body?
oh, that thing would incinerate anything, bro. Like,
No, I'm saying like you'd probably have to like chop it up. I mean, I know Dexter has like no problem chopping people up, but
yeah, no,
we
that's
don't know what. What I'm like thinking is like, what did Kurt do with these bodies? Because clearly he dumped the one in the cave,
yeah.
and it seems like
Well, he's
that was like
fixing them
a
because he's
first
pissed.
kill.
Yeah, well, he's embalming them. Okay, so he's embalming them so they last longer.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
And
where are they?
he's pissed because her face is messed up.
Oh, he punched her so bad, bro.
I know,
That was
man. It
crazy.
was
That was
crazy, dude.
crazy.
So he's got to be keeping him or doing something with him afterwards. Now, obviously, the friend is old. Like it happened years ago, So,
Yeah.
it might have been maybe a couple of his firsts or whatnot, or
Right.
it's not seeming like there's other people involved. It's seeming like it's pretty much him, and he does it every couple months. So,
We don't know. Like, listen, man, I have a suspicion, dun dun dun,
dun, dun, dun.
that the one cop is in on it somehow.
The white guy or the
The
black guy?
the black guy, the wrestling coach.
You think so?
I do. I feel like he's too good to
Really?
be. I feel like he's too good to be true because even though in my theory, I feel like they're just rewriting people. So like you can say that the chief is like either Deb or LaGuardia. Okay,
Okay.
you could say she's like both of those people. You could say that our wrestling coach dude is a little bit like Dokes and Batista kind of together, to where like he wants to be friendly with Jim and stuff like that, but also he's not like a pushover,
Hmm.
you know.
See, I felt like when
Um,
they were hanging out at the bar, he kind of like he was just kind of normal.
but then you have the new guy who's all like weird with the mustache. I went with her to Kate. He's like the newer guy,
Okay.
okay, and he seems a little fishy to me too. So I think there's somebody that's on the force, one of those two
Okay.
guys
That's helping
that
Kurt out or
that's either
whatever.
helping him out or owes him a favor or knows something or is hiding. I really feel like something like that.
Yeah. Well,
I do. I
the
do.
black guy's friends with Matt. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Right.
friends. Like I guess they're probably
Well,
around the same
Matt
age.
was a piece of shit. So
You know,
if he's friends with Matt, then maybe he's a piece of shit too. Who knows? I don't know.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's not bad, man. That's not bad at all.
It's just a theory. It's just a theory. But
The work in theory in progress. It's in
I
progress.
feel like I've watched enough Dexter over the years to be able to,
Okay.
you know, peel the onion layers of the plot a little bit more than the average fan.
Sure.
So
So
I've
now
always had a love for Dexter.
now she's asking Dexter for a favor.
Yes, now she wants Dexter Morgan.
Now she wants Dexter Morgan.
So
So
how's that gonna play?
I don't know how that's gonna play out, but she knows that he's like a top forensic dude. And
Right, and that's why she wants
so
him.
like, all right, here's my question. Is Dexter gonna be Dexter and not tell her who it is? Or and save him for himself?
The trailer made it look like they're gonna get Kurt. They're gonna arrest him.
They're gonna arrest him. Like he's
I
gonna tell her off the rip, like it's him. Like
I
obviously, I've seen his
feel like
place.
he's gonna find some evidence because they already have the DNA on file,
Mhm,
and it would be too young to be Matt.
mhm.
So I feel like they're gonna just match that DNA, and they're gonna see that under the finger. Well, no, I don't know. There's no skin, so I
Yeah,
don't know how that works.
and
But she's gonna have some kind of evidence on her.
is Dexter gonna kill another person in this series? What do you
And
think, man?
I don't know, man. Where's that bear?
Where's the bear?
That's what I want to know. Where's that crazy, deranged, sick-looking bear?
It's somewhere,
You
man.
know,
It's somewhere, But
it's just gonna pop out. Dexter's gonna have to kill it real quick.
I'm just wondering if they're gonna find like another spot in the cave that has the bulk of the bodies, because that was
I
an
don't
old
know.
one, But obviously they were like, oh, let's just move these rocks, and it was pretty easy
Yeah.
to move the rock. So I don't know if it's been set up like that for a long
We
time.
don't know how far the cave is from the cabin either.
Mhm.
You know, we don't know. I wish that there was like some kind of map so we could kind of see, because who knows, maybe he has some underground tunnels or something, like who knows, he's got to have a big place. I mean, if he's been doing it for 15 years,
well, he's out in the boonies.
But it's not like he has his ritual. We know he has the whole runaway song and all that, and it seems like the girls have to run away, and it's not a sexual thing. So, and they have to like look perfect. I guess their faces have to look perfect.
Yeah, he shoots them in like the back or something like that.
I feel like he's been doing this for a long time and a lot. It's not like he has a pattern. I feel like Trinity has to do it every year. I feel like Kurt does it every chance he gets.
Yeah. Or every time he just gets the fix and like Dexter would do. You know what I'm saying? Like he waits until he can and then he does it, and and then he, it all depends on what he comes across at the diner.
I guess so, man.
I imagine some seasons are better than others.
Right. And I mean, I'm excited for this, and I feel like it can't end anytime soon. I really don't want to know how many episodes there are until it's closer to the end. But also,
what is this one?
I really feel like we're gonna get more than one season.
I think so too. I think a lot of people are watching it. It's been, pretty good reviews on everybody's part. Nobody's really like hated it or anything like that. It's a classic Dexter season, and we're just getting more of it. And it's kind of cool, like when you were saying before, how it's like an icy theme instead of like the usual Miami. It's like a complete opposite. Like instead of the beach, it's like cold as hell and snowy, and
that's right.
It's like,
well, Dexter was a different person. He was, he was living that marina life. He lived, like near the water. He was constantly on the boat, constantly wearing the clothes, like living the part. He's all about costumes and whatever to like fit in. So I feel like, this is like a total change. This is, this is not Dexter. Really, this is Jim Lindsay. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait till next week or this week, obviously. We'll probably watch it, I think tomorrow.
I might watch it tonight. I don't know. It depends. We'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm super stoked about it, though. It's like getting really good, I'm like wondering where they're going to go with it. And, obviously if they're going to arrest, what's his face, he's going to get out, and then the hunt is on, and
I mean, he's the top of the town, so.
And then Harrison's all popular in school, and now he's breaking people's arms, like in wrestling matches.
That was crazy.
So much has happened in this episode. Like we can keep going, but I think we need to jump on to onto the next one. It's just gonna be really good though, and it's definitely keeping my attention.
Absolutely, man. So that was Dexter Deep Cuts.
So Hawkeye. Let's talk Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is on Disney Plus, and that is amazing, bro.
Like, so good, dude.
This is really showing the MCU. I feel like some people think it's not at its finest, but they're dead ass wrong.
It's such a good show.
It's almost better than a movie because we get to see more of these characters. I feel like Hawkeye is a character.
It's gonna be like a 6-hour movie.
Yeah. Hawkeye is a character that's underrated, and it's not like they're cutting the budgets or anything like that. I feel like he's doing a great job.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like the show is just knocking it out, bro. Like seriously, like the whole coin thing, like I could do that too. But the whole coin thing that really got me. I thought that was awesome.
Can you change the channel on the TV though?
I mean, maybe an old TV like that.
Well, I'm just saying,
I can break pretty hard. I can break the glass.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, let me show you something, and the TV changes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Maybe. I've never really tried to hone the aim.
Okay.
Just really been more about the power.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm pretty good with the aim.
You gotta aim with your elbow.
Yes, that's what you gotta do.
Aim with the elbow.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with it. But yeah, so that was a cool thing. I really like Kate. I think Kate Bishop's definitely killing it.
And you got Yelena, man. Florence Pugh is like so awesome, dude.
We got to see the stepfather get arrested. Like we knew that was coming.
And he was funny when that was happening too.
He was
like,
really
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
We had Maya, the Maya fight. That was a good fight where he had the Ronin costume.
The fact that she's in it is awesome. Like she's really cool. I like the fact that they're doing the whole like sign language thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome. I like when they bring that kind of element to, somebody like that who's like fighting like that. Like she's not using it as a handicap. It's not a handicap to her. It's an advantage to her.
Yeah. And she's starting to figure out, her homie was in cahoots and, allowed that dude to die or her dad to die.
Yeah.
She's figuring all that out. So she's probably going to join Squad Hawkeye.
Probably. He
fights the bad guys. Teammates. And this is supposed to be the next episode is going to be the season finale.
Yeah.
So we're only going to get 6 episodes. But at the end of this one, we had a nice little teaser trailer.
Yes.
I don't know. Should we say it? I guess we should say it. Right?
Might as well. We're talking about it.
Okay, so there was a screenshot of the Kingpin, man. So they're gonna bring the Kingpin, and it's not just any Kingpin. Okay, they got the Kingpin from Daredevil, and it's definitely him.
I think that's really cool. I love when they do the crossovers with shows.
They're gonna start doing a bunch of crossovers because I know they want Murdoch, I know they want Punisher, they want all those dudes because they did such a good job on the shows, man. Like,
Daredevil really was such an amazing show. It
was a good show, man.
I loved it, man. I really did. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I feel like a lot of people kind of dismiss Daredevil because of the Batfleck one, but I didn't think that one was that bad either for back in the day. Now, if you watch it, you probably won't be able to get through it all the way. But Colin Farrell was pretty cool. He was a good bullseye. Like I'll give them that. But I don't know. He was the bomb of Phantoms. So.
He was the bomb of Phantoms, man, for sure.
That's all that matters.
For sure. Hey, he's got a lot of good movies, man. Not just Phantoms.
No, he does.
But Hawkeye, man, it's crazy, man. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna get to the point to where you're gonna start seeing all these characters in all the other shows, man. They're gonna start crossing everybody, man. There's gonna be, episodes where Punisher's gonna come out. Hopefully they'll start doing the X-Men. That would be super cool. They have so many characters that they can use, and I know they want to start doing the Fantastic Four. And are they going to go straight to the big screen with it? Or are they going to introduce them kind of in a show, sort of? Or like somebody in a show?
I don't know. They had a chance to do a WandaVision show. They had an opportunity to do it, but they didn't. So, I don't know, man. It could have fit in. It really could have.
Well, who knows, man? You got a lot of cool stuff going on in the MCU right now, So, and I'm excited to see it on Wednesday. So,
yeah, I've definitely been looking forward to Wednesdays just for that.
Right before Christmas too, it's gonna be like a nice little present for us. It's gonna be a good episode. It's gonna be a good episode. And then, is he gonna get home for Christmas? Time's ticking.
Is he gonna get home for Christmas? I think he is.
I think he's gonna get home right as the morning hits and Christmas.
Right as the morning hits.
And the kids wake up and there he is, and it'll be like, isn't that how like A Wonderful Life was? He got there just that Christmas or whatever. So
just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time, and then he'll open presents.
It was really cool. I definitely am waiting for that last episode. I hope it's a little longer.
Kate Bishop.
I know they've been doing that sometimes for the season finales. They'll make them just a little bit longer. So I kind of hope we get just a couple extra minutes because
what do you think?
It's gonna be a while.
What do you think? Yelena's gonna fight Hawkeye, man, or you think he's gonna not try to fight her?
I think he's gonna try to not fight her now that he knows who's after her. Was after him and Kate. So now that he knows that she's not a threat to Kate, I feel like he's gonna try to neutralize it. See what's going on with her and try to just give her a read, see, like if she's really out for blood or is she gonna listen to Kate? You know, because I feel like she sees the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. She also seems determined, so we'll find out soon enough. You know, I don't feel like the
Kate B,
macaroni with sriracha was good enough for her.
she was
So.
crushing it, bro. She was like, "You done?"
Yeah. It's hot sauce on everything. But no, it was definitely a great episode. I'm enjoying it. Disney Plus is knocking it out of the park. I hope they keep pumping us full of shows like this. Just like if you're gonna end it, give us another one right after. Just keep doing that. Yeah.
Give us one.
I know we're getting Boba Fett, but just like, you know.
Oh yeah, Boba Fett's like the 29th, man. Yeah. So
I know. There's so many things coming out, bro. It's like it's getting tough to keep track of it, but we will you know, talk about them for sure on this. So
that's right. We're definitely gonna talk about Boba Fett.
Yeah, for sure. Well, make sure you guys are checking this out. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitch. Hit that little heart so you'll definitely know when we are going live.
Yes, sir.
And check us out on TikTok as well. We have a TikTok account and got a little content on there, so check that out. You know, a little separate on the show.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Spider-Man. No Way Home.
We both saw it. You saw it on Friday. How was your theater?
It wasn't sold out, but the theater that I went to had like IMAX, they had 3D. Those ones were all sold out. So right. I got the rinky dink one, and it was
me too.
It was packed out, but there was some space. We were able to sit, you know, a chair or two apart from each other. I went with my buddy, so but not too bad, you know. But there was when we were leaving, so we also went to a 3:00 show or 3:15 show. So when we got out at like 6 or whatever, it was like parking lot was like packed with everybody coming in, dude, on a Friday. So it was like crazy. So, oh yeah, we looked up the numbers. What we got here. Yeah. So worldwide, $587 million, bro. Ooh. Opening weekend.
That lined some pockets.
$500 million, bro.
That's awesome.
That's just awesome. Opening weekend. That's just opening weekend. Like,
which is cool. Which is really cool, man. I mean, they have probably. I would like to see the pre-sale numbers too. You know, because I'm sure, like, you know, those numbers were good as well. But speaking of good numbers, we got Rotten Tomatoes. So Rotten Tomatoes, you know, they're tough but fair. They gave it a 94. But a little bit closer to home. I feel like it was almost a perfect movie. It was great. There's really nothing bad that I could say. Of course, I can, like, you know, say, oh, I would change this or I would change that, just a little bit. But it was really, really great. It was up there with the Infinity War type movies.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, definitely like a lot of action. Definitely everything you can want in the Spider-Man movie.
I was gonna say they literally gave the fans everything I think they've asked for. You know, like
it was like they had a checklist.
They had a checklist.
We heard you. Yes,
cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, yeah, got it. So you really can't complain too much about it. Like you said, you can kind of nitpick here and there about some things, but it was a great movie. It was like, you know, when I first talked to you, what I said it was an emotional roller coaster.
It was,
right?
Man.
There was highs, there was lows. I laughed throughout the entire thing. It was sad at parts. It was crazy at the end. And, you know, it's just obviously all the people that they brought into here, you know, the Doc Ock and, you know, a Goblin and stuff like that. All the old bad guys was like super cool, man. And Jamie Foxx was awesome.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was really cool. He definitely had a lot of funny lines. I mean, it was great. There really isn't anything. I mean, obviously, like I said, we're not giving any spoilers out. But it was just such a fun ride. I went with my wife and my son, and they both enjoyed it too. They thought it was great. You know, my wife is sitting next to me crying in the theater, you know, at certain parts and stuff like that. So it was good. It was really
crazy.
Really
it was
good.
All over the place. Like it like took me a minute to, like, I had to drive home without the radio on, like, just so I can like let my mind like stop like melting from like all the madness that I just like watched, because it was like there was just so much in there, bro.
So much going on, and the crowd reacting too, like took away a little bit from certain things because you couldn't really hear all the dialogue.
There's people clapping, people standing up, people cheering, people.
It was great. But I wouldn't have wanted to experience it any other way. Yeah, you know, like it was definitely worth it. So go see it for sure. I don't know, man. What would you rate it? 1 to 10. What's your score?
Like a 9.9, dude. Like it's just like it was good, dude. 9.8, 9.9. It was everything I wanted in a movie. And like it's funny too, because the last two movies, you know, and the first thing I did with like Shang-Chi and Black Widow is like, okay, well, how does that stack up? And Black Widow, like, I love Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow. It just didn't rank up to, I felt like it wasn't like an Iron Man 1 or a Black Panther, or, you know, it wasn't one of those movies. This was like one of those movies, man. This is probably one of the top 5 like MCU movies, like, and it probably will be for a while. Like, you know, like I know Doctor Strange is going to come out and stuff like that, and that's going to be really good, but it doesn't come out until May, you know, so it's just going to
be a while.
It's going to be a while, and we're going to get this on DVD before then, or not DVD, but like on stream or on demand or whatever before then. So we're going to be able to watch this again. I might even go to the movies again and see it. Dude.
I definitely want to see it again.
You know, the only reason that would stop me is just because it's really long, and you need to kind of take half a day to like, okay, I need to go, you know, to the movies and sit in traffic and
see this again,
and see this again and stuff like that. But it was so good. Obviously, stay until after the credits, after all the credits.
All the credits.
There are 2 end credit scenes. We could say that. That's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. No, that's just giving you knowledge. I mean, like I saw people getting up, and I'm like,
I've seen a ton of people get up after it was done. I was like, you guys are crazy.
Marvel fans.
You gotta at least see the first one. Like, at least see the first one. You know, and you know they kind of did it a little different this time around, but which is fine. But overall, great movie. I don't think they could have did anything else. You know, we'll talk more about it obviously next week, but then when we get into it and tell you what the do's and likes and nots or whatever, 2 weeks from now, we'll give you 2 weeks to go see Spiderman before I talk about it.
Yeah. Before I tell you that Spider-Ham was in the movie.
Before I tell you Peter Porker was in the movie or not.
John Mulaney did Spider-Ham.
They had a John Leguizamo Spider-Man. He just took the show. They called him the Pest Man. So go see Spider-Man though. It was really good. Definitely one of the better Marvel movies for sure.
All right, so we got some cool new things on Netflix. One thing that came out not that long ago was Tiger King season 2. Now that ended pretty quickly, and there was only about like 5 or 6 episodes. And the reason why was because they gave us another new Tiger King.
I didn't even
not part 2, but it was it just came out, and it's all about Doc Intel. So it's about the other guy, the other crazy.
So the Myrtle Beach guy. The Myrtle Beach
guy. Okay. Yes. So it was cool because again they talk about the facility that like I went to a long time ago when I was younger. So that's crazy.
That's so crazy, man.
His like weird name instead of Doc Antel was Bhagavan, and that was like his like Swami given name or whatever it is. And it showed that this guy is just as crazy as Joe.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, listen, I like Joe because Joe is not just crazy. He was crazy and like flamboyant with everything. He was over the top with his clothes, with his haircut, with his merchandise. You know, like everything was over the top. And, like,
that's because he had no shame. He
deserved the title. He deserved the title Tiger King. Like, just give it to him. Just give it. I'm surprised he didn't take Tiger Queen. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed this, man. I mean, like, learning about Doc Antel and like how he he's a totally different character. Than
He's got like a cult.
And the other one.
He's got like a cult.
He's got worse than a cult. It's more like a harem.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
You know, he was involved in this place called Yogaville, and I mean, you could definitely do Google searches and like look at all that stuff like back in the 70s and 80s. But this was insane, man. This was really insane. And
they've been trying to shut him down for years. Like they have been. Like,
well, they didn't really go into so much like animal stuff with him as far as like he was abusive or you know anything like they really didn't go into that. Mm-hmm. This was more about he may have murdered someone.
Oh really? Oh wow.
And how he you know manipulated all these women into being with him and being with each other and living this crazy
they're like slaves lifestyle. They're like slaves or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't get to watch it. I didn't even know it came out. So I'm definitely going to probably throw that on the list. I don't know if I'll get to it this week just because it's a short week with Christmas and stuff like that. We're going to do a Christmas special next Sunday. Mike and Rich podcast Christmas special. I like it. Maybe we'll put some lights up and stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch because I watched the last the season 2 or whatever, and I thought it was pretty cool because I like crime documentaries. Some of them, you know, if they're interesting enough, I'll sit and watch them. So it was definitely like told you a lot more about you know Carol Baskin and Don Lewis thing and all that stuff. So it was
yeah.
It's just funny, man. It's just so crazy the Tiger King world, and it's like they're not done with it. You know, they're gonna try to get him out. They're gonna still
trying. They're
gonna still try to get him out, and until he does, they're gonna keep giving these little tidbits of this world because the world's crazy. The animal world, man, like the industry. So, and this is just like just scratching at the surface. So I'm wondering who else they're gonna find because there's some crazy people out there who own some crazy.
Yeah,
things.
Man. There is, and they show. Every time they show one of these documentaries of Tiger King, I feel like they're always showing you somebody else who's in the game.
Yeah.
And they showed some other guy who's in it. And, you know, he's from Compton. And, you know, he moved out to, I believe, like Georgia or something like that. And he has his own Tiger thing. But he seemed a little bit more professional when it came to, like, the Tiger training. And things like that, like having them do tricks and whatever.
Having them do tricks.
Yeah, movie stuff.
Watch like him take this sardine out of my mouth.
They show like Doc Antle and how he was a little bit with the animals, but he was more into you know really caring for them and stuff like that. He didn't seem like he really liked them. So.
Like it. So, you got the TV on, bro?
Unfortunately, yeah, the TV is on right now. You can hear it. So,
listen, we're trying to do a show here, man. So I'm just gonna keep it going, bro. So South Park, man. So I didn't even know that they had that episode 2 already lined up. For like this soon. I thought we were gonna get it after the new year, man. And like the post COVID it's called or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so funny. I thought it was funnier than the first one.
I really did too, man. It was cool. It was definitely awesome that they put it so close together and that we didn't really know. I mean, I guess we didn't know because it's on Paramount, you know, like it's not like it's just on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a little different. There's really not like a ton of advertisement that I saw. So
yeah, I didn't get any advertisement until like I think I seen it on Facebook and I was like, I thought it was like an advertisement for the first one because the first one came out like 2 weeks before or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought it was still an advertisement for that. So I was like, no, this is a new one. And thought on, dude, Victor Chouse, bro. Best character ever, man. Like him selling the NFTs were so funny, man. I even downloaded the NFTs on my phone
Oh, that's
because
funny.
South Park put it on their stories today. And it was
Oh, that's
like it's like a
hilarious.
little rainbow that's farting. One's like a little green panda, and then there's like a donkey with a sombrero. It's like, oh, it's so good, man. If you guys didn't see the new South Park, it's just watch it. It's so funny.
Definitely check it out. It's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I know. It's crazy because like I got Paramount Plus and there's not really much else on there.
Yeah.
Um, I got I got Peacock yesterday.
Oh, really? Okay,
I
cool.
did.
How's that?
Well, they have the football on. They have football on there, and then funny enough, they have all the WWE stuff, right? And now
Really?
I don't
Okay.
watch wrestling at all. Okay, but I was like, I'm just curious, how far back do they go, right?
How far back do they go?
Yesterday I watched WrestleMania 6, bro.
Wow.
And it was like well, who the hell was it at the end? It was like Bret Hart at the end or something like that fighting. And one of
Okay.
the fights was like Shawn Michaels. It was like Bret Hart raised Ramon. That was the championship
That's
match or
awesome.
something like that. It was like, and I watched the Royal Rumble. Or it was the Royal Rumble 6, and then I started to watch the WrestleMania because he was gonna fight him.
Yeah.
So, dude, that was crazy, man. It was like Bob Backlund was in the Royal Rumble, and he was in the entire time, and they kept saying like he's still in there
With the chicken wing, huh?
he didn't do the chicken wing during the Royal Rumble, man. But
Wow. Must have been not that time yet.
I don't know, but it was just funny to watch that because Yokozuna came out. They had all the cool guys in there, man. Like,
That's
so
great.
it's just cool that I think it's like only $5 a month. Like you can watch like all the old school WrestleManias and Survivor Series and stuff.
That's neat.
So maybe tell your brother about it. I know he's into
Yeah, maybe. I think he might have like a WWE channel, bro. So like, who knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the network or whatever. But all right, so what's the next one? James Bond.
James
so
Bond.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was awesome, dude. It was like it's always hard to watch these movies knowing that they're gonna completely change everything after this one. Like with his movies ending. It was Daniel Craig's last one.
Right.
So obviously, it's always like a sadness when you're watching it. Like I'm not gonna get to see him as James Bond again. He was such a good James Bond, man. Like they were all good.
Sure.
Now obviously, I thought it was my gripe that I had about it wasn't a real traditional James Bond film because he's like so entwined with like these characters that he loves and stuff like that. Like he's not playing like this international spy who's like deceiving people and
Right.
he just goes and he's always told people who he is, but it's just
Sure.
like there's no element of that in this new one. It's just like I'm just gonna go do action shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no going to parties all dressed up and drinking martinis and playing poker and trying to figure
Yeah.
shit out. It's just like I need to go stop these people and shoot all these people and blah 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 blah. So but it was a good movie. It's
Cool.
James Bond,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see which direction that they are gonna take going forward. I know that they're trying to they had a 007, like they gave away his number real quick in it because he's retired, and they just did that because like M doesn't like James, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like so
right.
it was like kind of funny. Like to call the chick 007, but I don't think they plan on making her like the next official 007.
No, I don't think so.
So I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it, but who knows? I would really like them to do. I wouldn't say prequels because you're just using the character, but as a younger form of him. Like it'd be cool to kind of see James Bond when he's like 20,
Sure.
22. I know they kind of hit with it with like the Kingsman thing with Eggsy and stuff like that. It'd be kind of like that, but like obviously James has a little more class.
It'd be funny in the Kingsman movie if they like did like a little thing, like a ploy or like a little hat tip to it.
Like 007.
Yeah. Like he comes in and helps real quick, and then leaves. He's like, "Oh, I'm part of a different agency."
That would be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. I think so.
But I thought it was a pretty good movie. Definitely worth to check out. I don't think
Yeah.
it was. I had to buy it to watch it, so I don't know if it's worth like the $20 digital download. Like to rent it, like for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like I said, I like Daniel Craig. I think he's an awesome James Bond. So
Yeah, no, he's great.
you know,
He's great.
so
All right, so we see new Nic Cage movies to watch. All right, so Nic Cage has a bunch of new movies coming out. So we're gonna talk about them just really quickly. So I didn't see all these movies, but I will. I will eventually.
And on Hulu,
So
Nic Cage has his own category now.
really,
Yeah, you can look at all the Nic Cage films with that. Now they don't.
Is awesome.
Now they don't have as
Classic
many
movies.
as you think that they would have because
Okay.
he's on Netflix too. Like there's literally
Sure.
bunches of them on Netflix.
He's everywhere. He's
yeah,
everywhere.
so they do have a bunch of them on Hulu though too. A lot of B ones, like weird ones.
Yeah. So all right. So we have Pig was the first one on the list, and we heard your rant last time about Pig. So we have that one. Then these are all 2001 as well. So that's all I'm going to be reading right now. So you have Pig. That's first. Then you have Willy's Wonderland, which is another one we talked about again.
Yeah, I still have to watch that. It's still on my list. So
then you have Prisoners of Ghostland, which is a new one. It's not rated, so that's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, maybe that could just be for nudity and violence, but it's an AMC thing. So you're gonna have to watch it on the AMC app, I believe, or you're gonna have to like watch it or buy it on DVD or something like that. Like it's gonna be something along the lines.
All these streaming services.
But that's 2001. It looks like you can also watch it on Sling TV.
Okay.
Then we have the Croods, New Age.
Okay.
So that was also another one. Then
he's the dad in it, right?
Yeah. Then Jiu-Jitsu, which is another movie that he looks like he's some kind of like samurai in there. Then we have Grand
he's the last
Isle.
samurai too. Grand
Isle. Then we have another one, which like if you can check out the movie poster even on your own for Primal. It's a little bit older, but it looks like the cover for what you would think Tiger King movie would look like.
Okay.
So it's just like a big picture of a tiger and it's like faded out. And then it just has like, Nic Cage dressed like, safari dude, like with the hat walking. All he needs is is the Joe Cane and stuff like that. He kind of looks like a moment. Then you have Killing Chain. I mean, these are the first things that come up. Then you have Running with the Devil. Now we're getting a little bit older with some movies, but he has so many coming out. He also has a new one coming out. It's not listed on here that I didn't see, but where he plays himself.
Yeah. Okay, that's the one I thought you were going to talk about.
Where he plays himself, and I think that is awesome. He's going to be in the Spider-Man movie too, Into the Spider-Verse, in the next one. So he's also doing the voice for Noir.
Noir. Okay.
Yeah.
The Cage is crushing it, bro. He's gonna be like literally next year is like actor of the year, bro. He's just gonna come out swinging.
So
where
does he find the time? He must be like, let's wrap it up and do the next movie real quick.
I just hope he gives me something a little bit better than Peg. I know a lot of people like it, but that movie was terrible.
Yeah.
It just wasn't good. But Nic Cage is gonna crush it, man. I know he really wants to come back into the MCU. We'll see if that happens or not. I don't know. I know they're trying to bring a lot of people back in, so we'll see how that goes. But
we'll see.
There's so many Nic Cage movies to watch, and if you haven't seen them all, and definitely go check them out. There's some good ones, man. Face Off, Con Air, The Rock, dude. Raising Arizona. You can go on for days, dude. Nic Cage movies. It's just crazy.
Nic Cage is the man. He really is. The next will be John Cusack, though. I feel like John Cusack's like honest. I feel like John Cusack's a little on his heels. He's like maybe he's like the poor man's Nic Cage, which is kind of sad to say because I like John Cusack as well, but I feel like they're a little bit interchangeable when it comes to certain roles.
I feel John Cusack had a bit of a different demo in the '80s that kind of brought him to a different kind of stardom than Nic Cage. Like
I can see that.
John Cusack was like the hopeless romantic type guy,
a little bit,
to where
Nic Cage is a little bit more like wild and
just more
crazy. Just a
yeah,
little
more
bit. Just a little
action. He
bit.
liked
Just a little.
action movies, so he was doing action movies.
Sure, he was doing a lot of action stuff, which was really cool. I mean, I kind of like Ghost Rider, man. I mean, like some people didn't. I know that. Like, listen, if it wasn't a success, I don't think they'd make a part two. That's just my opinion.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
Somebody must have liked it.
We'll see.
Somebody must have liked it. All right, what we got next on the list? That's enough Nic Cage.
All right, we got next. All right, so AMC has an Interview with the Vampire series coming out. I see you
knocking it out again.
I know, dude. I see you put this on the list, and I read about it like yesterday. I didn't read too much about it, but Anne Rice passed away this past week. R.I.P. She wrote all the books. They were great. Anybody who has read the books and seen the movies will always tell you the books are better.
Right, for sure. But the movie adaptations were pretty good. I mean, Interview with the Vampire was a good movie.
Queen of the Dam, I could take her to Queen leave.
Of the Dam, not so much as far as for books and stuff, but there were elements I did like from it. It was a little bit hokier, and I feel like if they were able to use the same actors and stuff in it, I feel like it would have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not saying that what's his name?
Yeah, it was just it was like or anything. I feel like it was the time that it came out. It was like that late 90s. Like it was.
I love that soundtrack.
It was grungy. It was very Matrixy, Blade. It like fell into those type of movies, and I don't know. It's just well, some people like it, man. Some people like it.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
The rest, obviously, Interview with the Vampire is like one of the greatest movies ever made, dude. Like it's one of my favorites. Apparently Brad Pitt hated creating it because he was in the dark for 6 months filming the damn thing.
Well, I mean, he's probably one of those method actors too, as well. Probably had to dive deep into the role.
Well, supposedly no. Supposedly they only filmed at night, man. So he had to sleep during the day, and he, they filmed at night.
That's funny.
When you do that for so long, I imagine it would affect you.
You become nocturnal.
Like the vampire you are. But an 8-episode series, man, which could be pretty cool. I don't know how much say that she had in it.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool to find out. If she kind of helped adapt it or whatnot, or if they're just doing it on their own.
I wonder how it's going to go now too. Like, who's going to get the rights and everything like that? Is it going to be, are we going to get a whole bunch of Interview with the Vampire movies now?
Or are they going to expand on the characters? Are going to be new characters? Is it going to be about the stat?
Also, is this I know that Walking Dead, and I feel like Walking Dead really brought horror television to a new level.
Okay.
Dexter was definitely in there too a little bit. Sure. Dexter is kind of horror, to a degree. But I feel like Walking Dead really kind of paved the way for more acceptable gore and just more crazier things. I mean, the whole Negan thing was nuts,
Yeah.
So that kind of turned the world on its back, and that was really gory for that. But I feel like these horror movies are really getting their time of day for sure. Television now. We had Chucky now too, and that was such a huge success. And that just put the nail in the coffin. We're getting more horror shows. And
I heard they're gonna do Texas Chainsaw, dude. That would be such a cool series to watch, bro.
So great.
So I'm looking forward to that, man.
That'll be really cool too.
Yeah, for sure. So super excited about Interview with the Vampire. AMC coming through, man. They might pick up some good licenses. I might have to get another damn streaming service.
Streaming service.
Man. See, now it'd be cool if AMC's gets it to where you can stream all the movies. I don't mind. I don't mind paying $20 to watch it the first weekend at my house. I would do it anyway if I was gonna go to the movies anyway.
They're showing it looks like you're being able to watch exclusive things because there's a Bruce Willis movie that came out as well.
Okay.
And it's only available on the app.
Okay.
But it's a real movie. It's not it was it has a ton of actors in it. So if you haven't seen a preview for it, you should check it out.
Yeah.
Don't know the name of it,
Don't know the name of it. I'm sure it's decent.
It was like, it basically looked like a whole bunch of these like action star people are hunting Bruce Willis on an island.
They're not going to get him. Come on now, bro.
No, and he has a line. It says, they're like, he's so good. And he's like, I'm better than good. I'm like bacon and eggs on Sunday morning. And I was like, wait, what? He does say it. It's pretty funny.
That's funny, man.
Bacon and eggs on Sunday morning.
On a Sunday morning.
So we don't want to get too late into this, but I definitely want to talk about Hasbro. So this is going to be our rant of the week.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So Hasbro makes Marvel Legends. Hasbro and Hasbro Pulse or Plus, whatever. So they make Marvel Legends. And Marvel Legends are cool figures. People love them. I buy a nice one. So they always have something in it, which is called a Build-A-Figure. And the Build-A-Figure is usually a villain. We were just talking about this a little while ago, and I didn't really kind of like notice that until recently, but it's usually a villain. And the problem is these villains aren't making any sense. They're putting people in that you would never want. Like, all right, so I'm going to give you an example. They came out with a wave, and they had the new Spider-Man with Miles Morales. So they had Spider-Man with Miles Morales. They had Spider-Gwen with Spider-Ham. They had the Prowler. They had Frogman for some reason. Frogman, yeah. And that was it, I think, for that one. A ninja, maybe something like that. It wasn't all from the movie. Did it make sense? Oh, they had Spider-Man. It was Peter B. Parker. That's who it was.
Okay.
But the Build-A-Figure was Stiltman. Do you know who Stiltman is?
I don't know who Stiltman is.
Nobody knows who Stiltman is. Okay, like maybe like hardcore nerds know who Stiltman is, and even still, it's a shitty Build-A-Figure. And like, I'm tired of these like crappy Build-A-Figures. I only got this one. Not only because I like What If and Heist Nebula is cool, but I got it because I want to Build-A-Figure to watch it. Like that's a cool one to do. All right, I was cool with that because it makes sense to the show.
Yeah.
But not still, man. I mean, it's just getting on my nerves, man. They really need to like start thinking of that. And not only are they doing that, but they're also like remaking some of these, or like they'll come out with a Build-A-Figure and then you'll be able to buy the figure like a year or two later. And like, that's not cool, man. Like, give me something new. Don't just give me a new paint job. Get it together, Hasbro.
Talk about the armadillo guy.
Oh my god! Came out with this stupid ass armadillo guy. I don't even know why they keep doing it. They have a bull. They're like a centaur guy. Okay, so Doctor Strange is coming out. We know what is it called? Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
We're into the Multiverse of Madness. So kind of like following the same theme with Spider-Man a little bit.
Sure.
So Hasbro's coming out with new Marvel Legends for it. They're coming out with Wong, which like awesome. It's the first time they're ever coming out like a Wong figure, or at least a good one. Mm-hmm. So we got that. We have like an astral plane Doctor Strange. Then they have a Target exclusive Doctor Strange, like a different outfit and stuff. So like we're gonna get to see some other Doctor Strange stuff. But what's the Build-A-Figure? The Build-A-Figure's name is what? Rintrah. Okay, look up Rintrah later. Rintrah Marvel. It's spelled Rintrah. Okay, look it up. His whole deal is that he helped Doctor Strange one time. Okay, so here's the story. Doctor Strange got a rip in his cape, okay, and he needed it magically sewn. So he went to a different universe to go get it magically sewn by some magical tailor who was also a magician. Everybody's magical.
Everybody's a magician.
Everybody's magical. And this Rintrah guy goes to Doctor Strange to like deliver it. He's like, here you go, sir. Like we've mended your magical cape. So he goes to give it to him, and when he sees Doctor Strange, he's all like beat up, and he just got into a fight. So what does Doctor Strange do? He goes into the astral plane and jumps into his body and fights and wins. So that's his like little tiny window into the Marvel universe. Really shitty Build-A-Figure. Stop doing this, Hasbro. I don't want to see that figure. I want to see somebody cool. Why couldn't they do like, I don't know, the Sorcerer Supreme? Like, yeah, maybe she's not going to be in it, but they could have done a really cool figure with her. Or they could have just did like, I don't know. I don't work for Hasbro.
A cool Scarlet Witch would be cool.
I wouldn't put out these shitty figures. I really wouldn't. This Build-A-Figure shit needs to get better. Man. Come on. I need more stuff like Venom Pool. You know, like stay with the theme. Stay with the theme better. You know, like maybe do a build a vehicle like McFarlane did. You know, he's knocking it out of the park right now. You know, they got the new Lobo. They have new Joker figures. You know, the Suicide Squad was pretty cool. Their Build-A-Figure was King Shark. He was awesome. He had like a movable mouth and stuff. That's the kind of shit we want to see, man. So Hasbro, step up your game.
Step up your game. All right. That's a good rant. That was a good rant, man.
Thanks, dude.
You know, guy's got to have his toys. If he can't have them the way he wants them, then what's the point, right?
Right.
What's the point?
What's the point, man? I don't know. Well, we're definitely gonna try to do something for Christmas, guys. We've really been appreciating everybody following, everybody liking.
Sure.
We're on Twitch right now. Who knows where we're gonna be in a couple months? We're gonna try to get us the show out to other places so you guys can take a look. We're on Twitch right now. We're also gonna be possibly on YouTube and TikTok. So check us out. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing or whatever the app tells you to do.
Whatever
you know, so you know when we're gonna be live. Because
right.
we want to know too what you guys want us to talk about. Any movies you want us to review, any new toys you want us to review or talk about. You know, like what are your thoughts on it? We want to know. So
yeah, give us a reason to go buy stuff.
Comments. That's right.
So yeah, let us know. And obviously we go live every Sunday night. 10 o'clock on Twitch as per now, and then yeah, man, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Obviously this video will be uploaded to our YouTube as well, and we will catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.